I'm Dalaine Simpson, founder and CEO of Bro2Go Inc., and I am in the No Shade Zone with my girl T. And you are tuned in to
Welcome to the No Shade Zone. I'm your girl T, the queen of the sauce, and this is the No Shade Zone. I'm here with a special guest and a longtime friend, Minister and CEO Dalaine Simpson of Bro2Go. And how are you, sir?
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So tell the people what Bro2Go is. Like, it's an amazing nonprofit organization. So what does Bro2Go specialize in?
So first off, Bro2Go stands for Brothers to Grow and Overcome, but we're not just for brothers. We're for brothers, we're for sisters, and we serve as one of the first Dauphin County reentry programs slated just for county reentrants.
Okay.
Helping them with mentoring, job placement, getting their GEDs, skill training. Some of the same things that we offer in Dauphin County, we offer in my hometown of York, Pennsylvania.
Okay. So right now, is it just in the Dauphin County area, in York area, or?
Right now, it's just slated for Dauphin and York. But my overall goal is for Bro2Go to be the wave in the face of reentry for the state of Pennsylvania.
Awesome. I mean, because as we know, there's a lot of people that get tied up in the system. So
Absolutely.
That's an awesome thing to have, somebody to kind of help you out when you get out. So that's great. What made you start Bro2Go?
So in 2017, I did 90 days in work release for traffic violations, things that you shouldn't even be incarcerated for. But I did 90 days. In those 90 days, what I thought would be the biggest setback in my life prepared me for my greatest comeback. Mm-hmm. And I say to say this, that often we are in situations that God didn't put us in, that we put ourselves in. It might have set us back. But what I had to think of is, God, I'm in this place, I'm in this situation. What are you going to allow for me to breathe the biggest comeback? How am I going to come back? So while I was in work release, me and a few other guys talked about the biggest setbacks and struggles for men and females once they come home. Rather be mine is a traffic violation. You got people that have drug issues.
Right.
How can we help them? How can we encourage them that, hey, you might have made a mistake. You might have made some wrong choices that were detrimental to your life. But guess what? How can you come back?
Right.
So literally, nice. When I got off work, we came up with Bro2Go.
Right.
Literally, I came up with the logo in my bunk at work release. Bro, I slanted the two and everything in work release. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you're not going to do it." You just talking jail talk. A lot of people have all these aspirations and dreams.
I think a lot of people behind bars have like the best ideas.
Absolutely.
But they're behind bars, so you never know.
They have the best ideas for relationships, how to work the relationship better, how to work their marriage better. All of those things they are so inclusive with. While they're incarcerated, when they get off, they lose that.
Right.
And I said, "No, I got this." I got out June 29th. For the 2 months, I worked on getting my paperwork together, making sure I had to form my board, because I'm all about decency and order.
Right.
I didn't want this to be something that was ghetto, If anybody knows me, people say I'm bougie.
And that's important, because a lot of people start things without getting the
structure. The structure.
Yeah.
That's like trying to build a house, and you have none of the materials there, but you're just going to build a house. You have to set the foundation. So I set the foundation, and I orchestrated my first board meeting, which is technically the first day of Bro2Go, which was September 9th, 2017. We had our first board meeting. 18 days later, I would lose my mom to cancer.
Wow.
My mom didn't know she even had cancer.
Yeah.
Then she had cancer. So 18 days later, I lose my mom. October 7th, I buried my mom. But the whole time while I was doing this, I never stopped. I never gave up.
Right, and that's important.
Absolutely, because one of the messages I can give to people is, turn your pain into purpose. Let me tell you this much. Things will happen in life just to get to you.
Right.
What are you going to do to overcome it? What are you going to do to push through it?
Right.
Like you said, I'm a minister. A lot of people know me in that spectrum too. But one thing I can always say is that the Bible teaches us that the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to those who endure to the end. In other words, you don't got to come in first place. You may not be in second. Heck, you may not be in third. But guess what? Stay in the race.
Absolutely. I mean, we lost Nipsey Hussle. I keep bringing this up, but it's all about the marathon. You gotta stay in the race. You gotta keep on running towards the goal.
And I didn't follow him. I heard his songs, but to see what he did for the culture, to see what he did for the community, amazes me. And if anything, I always tell people, how are you making your dash count?
Right.
You have the day you were born, dash. the day and year you're going to die. What did you do in between to make the dash count?
Right.
Live a life of purpose. Live a life of service. The great late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King teaches us that everybody cannot be famous, but everybody can be great.
Yeah.
Because greatness comes from service.
Yes, it does.
How are you serving?
Absolutely, absolutely. So Bro2Go definitely serves the community. You know, you do a lot of community events. You did an anti-bullying bowling
every year.
So what are, like, speak about some of the community events that you do and anything that you have coming up.
So one thing I believe is that if you are a church, a nonprofit, you might be a business, you have to be connected to the community. So many people wonder why their organizations can't grow, wonder why their churches can't grow. Are we teaching, are we reaching to the community?
Right.
And one thing I never want to be is above the community.
Okay. I
wanted to work with the community, be one with the community. So we have Bro2Go where we help our adults. Then we have Bro2Go Junior where we help our juveniles.
Okay.
So helping the juveniles, we're going after the at-risk ones, the ones who need help,
right.
The ones who are in situations that, guess what, they didn't ask for and some asked for it. I work with Dauphin County Children and Youth on kids that are in the Schaffner, which is a juvenile correctional facility. I wasn't straining to work with teenagers, but they contacted and say, what are we going to do for you? I said, well, let me think on it. And I came up with Bro2Go's little brother.
But that's an awesome idea, you know, because it's not just people our age or older, but there are younger youth that we need to reach before they get into that cycle.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome, because I didn't even know that was, you know, a part of it. So that's
Bro2Go
awesome.
Junior. Bro2Go Junior is governed by a junior board. My little brother, who is a senior this year, Tess Patterson at Susquehanna High School, he's the president. And he's not the president because he's my brother. Because anybody that knows me, I don't play the whole family and business thing because I'm about my business. But I need people who can relate. I need people who can demonstrate what leadership looks like. And as well, what better way to have a junior board dealing with kids?
Right. Somebody that can relate to.
That's right. Yeah. I came out of school in 2007. I'll be darned if I could say I know what's going on in schools today. Social media wasn't a big thing back in school. Yeah. You know, when we were in school. So it's a different day and it's a different way. So we have a junior board. May 18th, we're having our celebrating, Bro2Go Inc. presents celebrating second chances. Okay. It's going to be a fun-filled day with different vendors that are going to be informative vendors, from healthcare to insurance agencies to working with our city police, head for city police. You know, the ones that are policing our neighborhoods, they're going to be there. Free hot dogs, chips, water, juice, or whatever.
So is the entire event a free event, or
the entire event what we're providing is free?
Okay.
Now I think we're going to have a food truck or two that might be there, but these people are also ex-offenders. Who turned their pain into purpose.
Right.
And, they might be selling stuff. We're going to have face painting for the kids, different games, activities. You know, it's a way to come out and a day to come out to get connected with Bro2Go. Many people see me. You know, I did ABC 27 in February. People see me on social media, on the news, but I'm about seeing the people meet with me. Come meet me, you know. I'm not a person that you can't talk to because guess what? I'm the one that I will call the county. If, you know, you have a loved one in there, you know, you need help, you don't understand, I will be the mediator in between. I believe God has called me. In the Bible, you know, the book of Esther says she was a woman called for such a time as this. I believe that God has called a man for such a time as this.
Amen. So tell the people where they can find you if they're looking to, you know, use your services. So how can they get in contact with you?
We have a website, and the website is awesome. You can go to bro2go.org. And on the website, if you want to volunteer, there's a place that says volunteer. My team will reach back to you on which ways you're looking to volunteer. If you're looking because you have a loved one, it might be yourself that needs a mentor, that needs services, go to Join Us. And my reentry coordinator will get back with you. But there's a place and a space for everybody in Bro2Go. I don't care if you want to volunteer. You never been incarcerated. You never been affected by the judicial system. There's still a place for you because guess what? We're living in a time now where people want to be used. They want to be busy. If you don't feel like you're strong at being a mentor, maybe you could be an administrator. You know? Right now, nobody on my team gets paid because we don't have funding. But these are people that have a passion.
Speak to that for a second, because a lot of your funding comes from your merchandise.
That's right.
So, you know, speak to people, tell them where they can buy your merchandise to help fund the nonprofit organization.
Absolutely. So, I didn't even want to do shirts or hoodies, to be honest.
Okay.
Coworkers was like, you know, why don't you make some shirts? Why don't you make some, like, And guess what? It has been the biggest fundraiser that I've ever done.
That's awesome.
That I've ever done because people have supported it. And I tell so many people they got it because, oh, you know, I like it. This is, I didn't even plan this, but this is my original shirt.
Right.
From the first day. This
Wow.
is my original shirt from 2 years ago. I never planned to sell it, but in us doing that, I have had so much support from my job, from the community, from people buying it. You can buy it online at Bro2Go.org. It says buy my merchandise. I've had people from California, Arizona, Atlanta buy Bro2Go.
Awesome.
And let me tell you,
and that's also a good way of marketing too.
Absolutely.
You know,
And I wasn't
it's a
looking at it that
conversation
way.
starter.
I wasn't looking at it that way.
Yeah.
And now when people are buying it, in support of doing this, we are able to provide free things for the community. We have people that come to us all the time that need a bus pass, that need an ID, that need money, a food voucher. And purchasing this, we're able to do that.
Okay.
We're able to do, you know, free events. We're able to sit there and give back because I believe one thing. I don't care if you're a Bro2Go, if you are involved in another nonprofit organization, another business, we are better together.
Right.
The only way we are going to make it in today's society is when we stick together.
Absolutely.
5 fingers.
Yeah.
Can do a lot of work. But on Soul Food, Big Mama said, when you take those 5 fingers and you ball it up, you become a mighty source.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is. We become a mighty source. 5 people can do 5 different things. But when they ball it up and come together, we can be a mighty source.
Awesome. So you spoke to, you know, some of the services that you offer to people that come to you for help. So what are, I guess, some of your greater success stories? Like what if you can speak to where the placements kind of happen, you know?
Well, just a few weeks ago, I had an individual, we was incarcerated and work release, supposed to go to court for a marijuana charge. PO told me, hey, once he goes to court, you know, it's just a prelim, we'll let him go. Went to court, they weren't ready. I called the PO back and said, hey, you told me that once they went to court, that they should be good to go. What happened? You know, oh, well, no, I can't go with oh, well. I said, sir, we have people incarcerated that should not be at all. You have people in jail for child support, for traffic stuff they can be out working on paying off the fine. We have to give people an opportunity. We have to give people a chance to make a difference.
Right.
Holding them behind a bar, holding them in one confined place mentally messes with you, which is the reason why we're dealing with some of the biggest mental health issues.
Okay.
I don't have my mother, but I'm a big supporter of moms who are standing beside their sons, moms who are standing beside their daughters. We have some, you know, people that have drug addiction.
So do you all have like support groups and things like that?
We do. We meet once a month.
Okay.
Once you're involved in a program, you get to meet the CEO, my mentors, and the mentees. We come together as one. Next Saturday, we're doing a community service day. We'll swat to the township, getting out, cleaning up the community. I might be a boss, but I'm never too good to help. I'm never too good. Because let me tell you this much. Jesus wasn't just in the church. Jesus was in the community.
Right.
And we need to construct ourselves such as. But what I was saying was, the PO, you know, was pretty much like, well, I said, look, that's not going to work for me. If I got to sit there and take it up a notch and call your boss, I'm going to do that. 2 hours later, the young man's mom called me, thanking me abundantly. I'm like, well, what happened? I didn't know. She's like, they're letting him go when he gets off of work.
Wow. That's
and
awesome.
If I ever struggle some days, because in this business, you will struggle when you don't see outcomes. If I ever had a struggle, if I ever had a question mark behind, was Bro2Go the right thing to do? Hearing things like that made my day.
I hear you. So we spoke before we turned on the cameras about, you know, certain people telling you that you shouldn't have started Bro2Go. So, you know, you obviously pushed past that,
That's right.
You know, naysay.
Absolutely.
So, you know, kind of speak to, you know, how hard that was to hear people kind of project that onto you, and like, how did you really overcome that?
People told me when I started this that, oh, we already have your organizations in Harrisburg. We don't need no more. I don't think it's going to be a good thing. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. I'm so glad that I know Jesus. I'm so glad that I have a relationship, because in having a relationship with him, he will determine and he will press you on to say, you know what, you're saying what they say. What are you saying?
Right.
And I went to God and said, I'm going to do this because I'm so passionate about making a difference.
Right.
You know me since we were teenagers.
Yeah.
I've always had the passion to make somebody smile, the passion to make somebody say, hey, I'm not giving up on this time. To make somebody say, hey, this is my season. I'm not walking in it. I'm going to run in it. So I said, God, look, I lost my mama out of nowhere. I done lost loved ones before then. Are you going to allow this to be my season?
Right.
Jacayla Carr says, you know, it's my winning season. Right. Everything that comes to me, I win. You know, this is my winning season. God, if you put me in the place, are you going to put me through the race?
Right.
If you put me in the place, are you going to put me in the race? Many people want to be put in a place, but don't want to be put in a race. Because in the race, you got to run.
Right.
And ever since I started it, when people told me no, I found every reason to keep on running.
Yeah.
Keep on running, because guess what? This life will give you a lot of things that you never asked for. I didn't ask to lose my mom at 28.
Right.
I didn't ask to sit there and be incarcerated. I didn't ask for a lot of setbacks, a lot of things I went through. I didn't ask for, but it happened. Okay, I didn't ask for it, but it happened.
Right.
So I'm in the place.
That's why one of the verses that I hold dear to me is, "Do not get weary in well doing."
That's right.
Yes,
right.
yes. That's like when you. That's the verse to me where I'm just like,
because you shall reap if you faint not.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't faint.
Absolutely.
Don't faint. You shall
like
reap.
when you're like at that point where you're just like, look, I can't go anymore. Like sometimes you just gotta take baby steps. That's so you're still moving. So I definitely understand. You know, just
you gotta keep on going. If I can encourage anybody out there, it'd be to keep on going. Dreams do come true. I don't care if you were on drugs, if you were a prostitute. Be you. Don't allow your sexuality to defer you. You can be straight, gay, transgender, whatever it may be. Go for your dreams, because guess what? The God that we serve wants you to win. The God that we serve wants you to keep on staying in the race. Go above the finish line. This is your season to win. And if I had someone that could tell me that, I wish somebody could. But no one told me that.
Right.
I had to encourage myself.
Right.
But Dr. Lawrence said that sometimes you got to encourage yourself.
Yeah.
You got to look in the mirror and see something that no one else can see. You got to stand up when people are telling you to sit down.
Right.
You got to move when people are telling you to stay still, because guess what? It's your winning season.
Right. I mean, the most important, is just listening to that voice of God,
right.
Asking Him and, moving.
If I would have listened to people, guess what? I'll be working my government job, which I'm blessed for. I'll be doing that, coming home, not making a difference. Many people say, oh, I work, I take care of my kids. We have to find a better way to give back.
Right.
Because guess what? You can be in church every Sunday, but still not involved in making a difference.
Right.
I'm always looking for people from all walks of life, young, old, to join my team. I have people that are old enough to be my mom, to be my dad, and guess what? I'm the boss.
Right.
So just like Jeremiah, God said, before you were conceived in your mother's womb, I knew the plans and the thoughts I have for you, plans to prosper. This is your prospering time. But you got to know what God has called you to be. You got to know who God has called you to be.
Absolutely. Well, I don't have too much more to say. I think we covered everything.
Absolutely. I enjoyed this. And I love speaking in interviews like this, because I'm able to reach and teach anybody.
Right.
And if you ever thought about giving up, I'm the reason that you should know that, guess what, you can do it. Because I was at a time where, I struggled with, okay, is this the right thing to do? Shit, not go. You got to go for it.
Right.
Just go.
Right.
Just go.
And sometimes it's hard because God will show you where He has
That's
you
right.
or down the line, and you're like, but I don't see anything happening
That's right
now. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So like that's a very hard thing when He showed you the finish line, and you just like, well, how am I going to get there?
I didn't know how I was going to walk out of being incarcerated to say, okay, well, what am I going to do to make a difference?
Right.
Making a difference in the midst of me losing my mom. I could have got on drugs. I could have become an alcoholic. I could have gave up on myself.
Right.
But because of God's grace and mercy, because of God's speak to my life to tell me to keep on going. I'm not done with you.
Right.
Sometimes, I can end it on this. Fantasia Marino said that sometimes you got to lose to win again.
Yes.
Just to win again. Sometimes you got to go through death, losing somebody. Sometimes you got to go through relationships, losing somebody. You got to lose some friends.
Yeah.
You got to lose some things along the way. But sometimes you got to lose.
Yeah.
Just to win again.
I do believe so many people are going to be blessed by what you just said.
I hope so.
Because you blessed me. I'm just still sitting here. I'm just soaking it all in. introduction.
Thank you.
But one more time, just tell the people where they can find your Bro2Go merchandise, and also, you know, where they can volunteer, where they can keep up on all the events that you have.
Bro2Go.org. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. We're on Snapchat. Follow us. Bro2Go will be the biggest move. With God's hand on it. We will be the biggest move, not just for the Commonwealth state of Pennsylvania, but we will be here for Maryland, D.C., California. Because guess what? We are better together. Bro2Go, we also sit down with our state legislators. Our governor, I met with him. We met with...
I saw that you have a lot of connections in
state
politics.
representatives, because guess what? I don't want to be involved in politics. But the only way we can sit there and start to change the laws when we come together.
Right.
The law's not going nowhere. Law enforcement's not going nowhere. But I'm the one sitting down at the table saying, hey, what are we going to do to move forward? Hey, how are we making a difference? Hey, how are we changing this?
Right.
Because together, we are better. Merchandise, Bro2Go.org.
And remember, everything that you purchase supports this nonprofit organization.
Absolutely.
So this is a great thing for the community. If you're ever thinking about how can you give back, maybe it's as simple as just buying a shirt.
Buying a shirt.
Or coming up and donating your time.
That's right.
So either way, if you know whatever God leads you to do, make sure you click the link, because I'm going to drop his links in the description down below.
Absolutely.
And just go ahead and support this young man and his dreams.
Thank you.
Amen. That's the way to end it right there. Amen.
Hey, 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 hey.